All right, guys, it's happening. It's happening. Remember those tax incentives? Remember to get you to move to Costa Rica and live in Costa Rica about, I don't know, a little over a year ago? It's happening. And we're going to talk to Pablo. Remember Pablo? He does that import-export stuff. So he's going to be involved in that tax incentive stuff, and we're going to get to that in a minute, man. All right, I'm Michael Allen for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. I'm going to forego the travel agency stuff because I'm going to go right to where we are right now. We're down in Estarios Este at the relocation retreat. Pablo speaks here. I'm speaking here. And a quick promotion. If Costa Rica is on your radar and you're thinking, hey, is Costa Rica right for me? Come to this 6-day, 7-day seminar. And I guarantee you, there's no blowing smoke. Nobody's going to sell you anything. And after this seminar, you will absolutely 100% know if Costa Rica is right for you or it's, honey, we're going to Belize. All right.
Where else?
Just made that up. Yeah. Oh, hit this. Hey, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. I totally appreciate it. But if you want to see the videos as we put them up, you got to hit the notification bell. Pablo, thank you again for talking to us. Guys, this is a little bit, can be complicated and a little bit confusing. This is where it sits now. We're going to kind of go over what this is, what we're talking about, and where it is right now. So let's first go over what happened a little over a year ago and what Costa Rica did and that whole incentive thing to get people to, move here.
Okay, all right. I'm happy to be here. Once again, my name is Pablo Arias, and I do international shipping and customs for the expat community. That's what we do. And as you may know, if you're thinking about moving to Costa Rica, everybody has to pay import taxes. You have to pay high import taxes on a vehicle, 52% up to 72%. So that's a lot of money on import taxes. And your household goods, you always have to pay import taxes. But a couple of years ago, almost 2 years ago, I would say, the President Alvarado, so the former President Juan Carlos Alvarado, signed a document, a law, to incentivize the economy, and this was all due through, the COVID. We all remember everybody got hurt, tourism got hurt, many industries got hurt. So the government wanted to bring more investors into Costa Rica, and they signed this law that has a list of incentives for you as an expat or as an investor who wants to come and live in Costa Rica.
And get your residency.
And get everything ready, residency and so everything. So they signed this benefit. And I'm just going to describe the benefits.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. So if you could bring all your household goods, he could ship all your household goods tax-free for you. Also, you could bring two vehicles. Two vehicles. Now, if you guys don't know and you're kind of new to this, when you bring your car from, let's say, the United States to Costa Rica, the import taxes are crazy. Matter of fact, Pablo and myself both kind of said maybe you shouldn't really bring your car. Wait till you get here and buy one. That's how high the import taxes can be. But with these new incentives, tax-free. There's also another one, the investor category to get your residency. If you invest $150,000 in Costa Rica, that's also they lowered that incentive, right? It used to be at $200,000.
Yeah, that's correct.
And then another thing, I think if you're buying land or something, you get like a 20% discount on the taxes.
That's correct. Yeah.
Now, but for this video, since he's import-export guy, the container guy will say, we are only talking about the household goods and the vehicles. So we're not talking about the investor category. That's going to be another video. So those were the incentives to get you to come here. Well, for the last 2 years or however long it's been, this being Costa Rica, it's like, when are those happening? When's that going to happen? When are we going to know? Well, it's happening.
Yeah.
So let's go over, okay, where are we right now? What's going on? So I'm interested. I live in the United States. I want to live in Costa Rica. I want to bring my house and my cars. What do I have to do to benefit from those tax-free household goods and the cars?
All right. So this law got signed a couple of years ago, but nothing happened for literally 2 years. I have at least 700,000 emails, people asking me, Pablo, I shouldn't pay taxes. And not a single customer so far, even until today, has been able to apply for the benefit. Now, 2 weeks ago, the president of Costa Rica, Chavez, signed the rules on the regulations of how they wanted to implement this to make it easier, to make it smoother for everybody, right? So 2 weeks ago, they signed and they put in writing, black and white, what are the things that you need to take advantage of these things. But I still some gray areas, but just gonna say what I see in this document. The first thing is, this is not for a tourist. This is not for the expat wannabe. This benefit is for you if you have moved to Costa Rica and apply for your residency as an investor, pensionado, or retiree. You apply for it and you have gotten the
You have
ID.
got your residency card, your Sedgley. You just don't apply for the residency. You have to get your card. I have my residency now, and now I can take advantage of this.
So a lot of people would say, okay, now I want to move to Costa Rica, can I get the benefit? And this process, this is not for me to talk, that's immigration, but I'll say that's about a year and a half before, if you come to Costa Rica, you file your immigration process, gonna be maybe a year and a half before you could actually apply for this benefit. So that's the first thing. Have your immigration paperwork ready, done, finished, finito, capuch, yeah, done, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing is, you have to, the government is putting this into a entity that is called Exonet. You must put it in the description.
Yeah.
But this is an office that
is going to be dealing with that, basically. Let's just go with that. They're going to be dealing with that whole tax incentive thing.
So this government department that deals with every time somebody wants an exoneration or a tax benefit, an incentive, you have to go to this website and apply for that. It is basically online, but there is a registration process to it. It takes a couple of weeks. The first stage takes a couple of weeks, and you have to first meet the requirements, which is the immigration status should be investor, retired, or pensionado, and then apply for this benefit. We can make a tutorial for this because it's complex.
You're filling out a form and you need to be approved.
Yeah.
So it's going to have to be like, if you miss something, you don't have your right passport number in there, it's not going to be approved. It's going to be kicked back, and it's going to probably it's going to be more time you're going to be waiting.
Yeah.
But for right now, you have to have your residency. Then you fill out this form.
Mm-hmm. So this form, you fill out, you print the form, sign it, you take it to your notary. So you have a notary authentify as your signature. Then you take the documents, this form, to the headquarters at Customs. You submit the documents, and then they have a couple of weeks to authorize you as a user within this platform. And that's the first stage. Now, the next stage is you ship your things into Costa Rica. And when you ship lands Costa Rica, then again in the system, you apply for this benefit.
Is it while it's coming over, or is it when your stuff is here?
No,
the
items have to be in Costa Rica because we have to put in the system the number of, I'll call it number of shipment. It's called movimiento, but we have every time a shipment lands into Customs, they assign a number. So we cannot.
It has to have that number.
You have to have that number, so you cannot do it ahead of time. The shipment has to be in Costa Rica, and this means that we have to wait for an approval that could take 2 months. That's in basically, and even in black and white, the law says that Customs has up to 2 months to approve. And as we all know, that could become 3 months, 6 months, like Costa Rica time, Pura Vida time, right?
Yeah.
So as it is right now, and we eventually we're gonna probably do another video, but as it is right now, I have very few customers going through these motions, doing it. So it's gonna be a learning curve for me. It's a learning curve for Customs itself. So I've been talking to them for many weeks now, and they didn't know how to deal with this. So as we go, they already said, well, you need to get them registered. They give me a list of steps. So we're gonna have to go and help them, do the consultation that we do always. Go show them step by step how to do these things, because these forms are in Spanish and not easy to go through. And then when the shipment lands, then we apply for the exoneration.
Because you apply for it, but you already filled out all your proper paperwork, and they're going to obviously see that you've done all that, and then that's...
Mm-hmm. So big mistake would be just to think ship your stuff right now and think you're gonna get the benefit. Immigration first, exoneration, being the exoneration system as a user second, and then when it lands, then we still have to apply for the benefit, and that could take a couple of months, maybe even more. So we don't know yet.
Maybe discuss that. Remember, you were talking about the cashier's check thing, and also when he's saying immigration, he's saying residency. You have to have your residency. So,
yep. So now for this first, I'll say, group of customers, expats who want to get this benefit, because we don't know how long is it going to take. Is it going to be 2 months? Is it going to be longer? The exoneration department has a process that allows you to submit the payment to the import tax, and when the exoneration is ready, get the money back. Basically, that's what it is. It's a guarantee, and what we need to do is get a cashier's check for a local bank in Costa Rica with the amount of taxes, whatever it might be, $10,000 or $2,000, and submit that with a letter with the exoneration application to customs. Then customs will release the shipment, so you can use your house.
It almost sounds like it's almost like a deposit you would put down on a rental car that you get back if you didn't wreck the rental car.
Yeah, it's a deposit for your import taxes. Once the exoneration department give you this, then we can go show to customs, yes, I've been exonerated. So they will give you this cashier's check back to you. You go to your bank, again, have your money back again. So it's a process, and all of this, it's already done for many other industries. This is not like that new for Costa Rica. For many industries, there are exonerations. So I'm not really worried about this process itself. I'm just worried about it's going to take the learning curve for the first customers is going to be maybe more than 2 months. And in the meantime, you don't have a couch, you don't have a bed. You're thinking, I should be renting an apartment that is furnished. And all of that are like literally hidden costs that you never thought about. So you need to be prepared for
right now,
extra waiting.
The best advice would be don't leave your stuff there for a while until you get all this stuff worked out, I guess.
I'll say start your residency process.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the residency thing. Yeah.
You need to start doing that.
Well, that's kind of tricky that they're kind of making you do that first. So that's get your residency and then we'll do all this. So I didn't know they were going to quite do it like that, but okay. What about people that, this law was obviously signed, let's say 2 years ago. What about the people between 2 years ago and now? Is there any recourse? Is there any ground? Hey, I knew about this. I was doing all this, and
See, so what we're saying, and this is not just me, also with my attorneys, and I have different sources for this. This should be retroactive to if you have the residency ready after the signature of Juan Carlos Alvarado 2 years ago, then you should qualify for this. After that,
but not if you've already brought your stuff over.
No, if you brought your stuff over.
Making sure everybody's clear on this. If you've already brought your stuff over, you're not getting reimbursed.
No. If you already brought everything down here, you may qualify. Maybe you want to buy another property. Maybe you want to refurnish your property. Then maybe that. But even with that, will be some challenges. I would say no. It will be good for the cars. For the cars, it will be.
So guys, if you don't know anything about Costa Rica, it can be confusing at times. It can be time consuming. They might adjust some of these things as they see maybe where the problems are. So this is just the first video. I realize it's probably going to generate more questions than answers. I get it, which is why when you write me, I promise you I will get it right over to Pablo and he can answer all those questions. So again, we're just trying to give them a base of what's going on, where it's at, things they can think about, and as adjustments are made, guys, we will put the videos out if things change. When they do, you will know.
And they will. I mean, I already hear attorneys trying to change some of these things, and filing. There's a few things that they don't feel is a benefit for the expat community, so they're still trying to make some changes. There is a little group of attorneys that are working on the ruling, and I know you're gonna see some changes, not on the things we said, but in the complete law.
So basically, advice right now is probably get your if your plans are to live here, is to get work on your residency today. Start doing that if you want to use these benefits. basically.
That would be,
and then see what's happened.
Yeah, that
that's
would be a
already
great idea.
here. That's already going to be a while.
Yeah.
For that.
So getting your residency going would be a smart thing. When you get the benefit, it'll pay off the investment for the residency. If you import a vehicle, $10,000 import taxes, I think that will pay off the investment on the residency. So
yeah. Now remember, guys, we were only talking about the household items and the vehicles. We weren't really going over technically the investor category. That might have another set of documents or rules or whatever. Correct.
This is only for the shipping part.
Right.
Shipping, customs. That's it.
Yeah. All right, so if you guys, again, if you do want to get a hold of Pablo, write me at info@travelcostaricanow.com. I'll get it to him, and you can ask him all the questions you want. We'll probably be seeing Pablo again. I got a feeling on this subject.
Oh, my God.
Thanks so much, man. Hey, guys, I'm Michael Allen from travelcostaricanow.com. Peace, guys. Hope it helps. Things are going to pop up. If you're thinking about living or traveling anywhere, always do your homework and research. And I'm going to put our videos and Pablo up against anybody, so check them out. Ciao.